expensive as well.
I've been to all of those, bar Sweden.
Yeah, that's the shittest sheep impression I've ever heard in my life.
I see what you've done.
Supposed to have the highest standard of living of anywhere, aren't we?
Yeah.
So they must be doing something right.
It's
Charging a
Norway,
fortune.
apparently. Norway is apparently the best place in the world.
Yeah, lowest suicide rate, I believe. Not that that's
Yeah.
a marker, but
Apparently, people live the longest as well. And there's the average amount of like healthy people is higher than everywhere else. And
And they
basically
get
it's
to
really
Northern
small.
Lights quite a lot as well.
The strip bar.
Yeah, why not? Northern Lights. The Northern Express. Excuse me.
And on top of that, Scandinavians just generally look fantastic as well. So, yeah, no wonder they're so happy.
Did you see it was Paddy McGuinness and what's it called?
No.
That little bloke. What's it called from Top
Tommy
Gear?
Ball.
Yeah, that's him. Oh, it said little. One of them. They just did like a road trip. Now, like Freddie's not talking to either of them. Freddie Flintoff's not talking to him. So they went on the search of long life.
Hang on a second.
Happiness.
What's Freddie Flintoff is that cricketer who's not called Freddie? I'm aware of this. What's that got to do with Paddy McGuinness?
Because they're all in Top Gear together.
Oh, fuck off with Top Gear. Jesus.
No, but they can't do it now, do they?
If there's one program that's guaranteed to be shit for cunts, it's Top Gear. Fucking hell.
So they did this road trip.
Daz watches every week.
They went. No, they only did two. They went to Sweden. They went to Switzerland, and I think they went to Italy or Greece. And just how people live a lot longer than us, basically, and what they do to chill and all this. And it's you can tell why we're all dead for 60.
I didn't believe it until it'd been scientifically inspected by Paddy fucking McGuinness.
No, I don't like him. Listen, I don't like him.
Review of last week's games.
I think this was the worst week of the season in terms of the actual games being any good as well.
The only one that really, made me really excited was the Jets. Yeah, because it was just like, the fuck's going on here?
I thought when they started to come back, I found myself going, "Go on."
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah.
I mean, obviously Bengals are divisional rivals, which kind of makes it easier to do that. But it was just like the momentum of a team who can't score any points suddenly scoring a point every single drive.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. I watched a bit of that.
Right. So we might as well start talking about last week's games then. Let's see if we can get to any that aren't blowouts. Because there aren't many.
Proper shit week as well.
It really was, wasn't it? And also, it's the week when there's loads of teams on buys. So we started on Thursday night. Minnesota Vikings 10, LA Chargers 37. Now
I just got no players. Fucking won't do anything. Bollocks.
And they haven't.
Yeah.
And yet they absolutely destroyed the Vikings, who now don't have a quarterback.
No. Oh, you're not saying that Brosma is not a quarterback?
Isn't McCarthy supposed to be?
Well, I think he's going to have to play now, but I don't think they
Preparing
wanted him
to start. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they wanted him to come back. But last week we were looking at these predictions and we were going, the plebs have gone for the Chargers.
Yeah.
And I said maybe they know something we don't, and it turns out we don't know nothing. I was surprised just how bad the Vikings were in this game. Fair play to Justin Herbert, who was under pressure every single play and was just getting rid of the ball and sometimes just taking hits all the time. He's a tough bastard, that guy.
But he has to be. He's
done it all season, though, really, hasn't he?
Yeah, but he knows he's getting hit every single play at the minute. And he's still putting up like numbers like that. You got to say fair play to him.
Can only last so long. Just one hit away, and that's it, isn't it?
Yeah, particularly if it's happening every play.
Yeah, and it more or less did, like you said.
But so maybe that's how they're just going to have to play. He's just going to get the ball out of his hands as quick as possible, try and get it to one of his receivers, and that's going to be their offense for the rest of the season, or at least till Joe Alt comes back.
Yeah, there's although there's a lot of offensive lines that are proper struggling this season. Is it because the
Yeah,
defense have got better? I don't know. But you can't pick and choose. You have to get what you're given.
yeah. And what Carolina were given is a good ruddy hiding.
Back to
Their
Panthers.
their their run ended. The glory run ended. Buffalo Bills 40, Panthers 9. Buffalo off a bye week were probably that bad timing, I think, for the Panthers there. You don't want Buffalo at the best of times, but to have a rested Buffalo up against you.
As Andy Dalton proved with his 7 sacks.
Yeah.
He got
caught
battered.
out. I got caught out by the clock change, and it seems though
So did I.
Carolina did as well. Weren't expecting it.
The worst thing is, in the early window, most of these games were over by the time I started watching.
That's it. I think I turned on about.
I don't mean they'd nearly finished. There were teams like so far ahead that you go, this just aren't competitive.
There's like I think I turned on about 10 past 6, and Josh Allen had already been taken out by that point. There's just no point at all.
And Cook could have just walked through that defense. They were absolutely shocking, missing tackles left, right, and centre.
Yeah,
awful. Panthers have just been back to being Panthers. I'm not saying they're going to beat the Bills, never going to beat the Bills, but you think it'd be. Buffalo always seems to just do enough when they win. They win by 7 to 10 points because they just do enough usually. But they just took Carolina apart. I don't think you're getting better, Carolina. You're not.
Well, they are. It's just the Bills are still so much better than Carolina. This was just a back in your place, Carolina sort of performance, wasn't it?
Well, it just goes to show these teams who think they're getting there, they're not.
I don't think
they
Carolina
are.
They're competing with Buffalo, though.
No. As in getting better. You think, we're getting better. I think some people from the Carolina fan base would have said, we're playing Buffalo. This is our best run since 1925. We're going to give them a game, and when it ends up 40-9, then it just brings it home, doesn't it, on how bad they are or can be. I know this, being a Washington fan.
It does also show that the Bills are still good.
Yeah, I don't think they did lose about that.
Well, they'd lost a couple of games that no one really expected them to.
Mm-hmm.
The Panthers had won 3 on the bounce.
Mm-hmm.
And so people might have been going into this going, this could be Carolina's chance to show what they've got. And they probably did.
Yeah, I think this was a week of teams thinking they're getting better and slowly getting there, and they're just taking an hammering. I can name about 4 teams like that from the past week.
You'd think with all these blowouts, we'd have been flying on our predictions.
You would, wouldn't you? But we seem to be not.
Chicago Bears 16, Baltimore Ravens 30. This was quite an odd game because this was quite close for a while. And then there was one score in it, and Caleb Williams threw a pick from his own end zone and essentially killed the game. So it went from a 1-score game to a 2-score game in the space of like 2 minutes.
This is a game I kind of watched the most of on Sunday. And this is Bears, another one of these teams. They're coming off, was it 3-4 unbeaten?
Four
games.
But it was 4 wins in a row against 4 losses in a row. And you wouldn't get the teams the right way round if you had to pick who was who.
I thought the Bears were back being slow. They went back being... they were poor, offensively poor. They just didn't.
Their best defensive threat was DeAndre Swift still.
Yeah.
And he was pretty much half fit for that game.
Yeah. Caleb Williams, right? I'm going to say now, Caleb Williams will not be a success in the NFL. He only got sacked once, but he could have been sacked 8 times. Is blatant, what they call it? Intentional grounding calls. And it tries to argue that, why is it intentional grounding? Maybe because you're running for your life and you're just throwing it anywhere. But I don't like Caleb Williams. I think he's a liability in the pocket. I really do. And outside of the pocket's even worse. Not a fan. Not a
I
fan.
think last year he had a kind of acceptable excuse of being behind a really shitty O line. This year, I don't think he's got that excuse. That O line is much better, and he's getting lots of time in the pocket, and he's just making bad decisions in that.
But he's still holding on to it for far too long. It's just like crazy. Just get rid of it. If there's nothing that he's looking, but one side of he's got his A and B route going, and he's just staring at one place. He's not shifting along. He's not looking, and he's just keeping old. And like I say, he only got sacked once, but he could have got sacked loads. Intercepted just once, but he could have got intercepted loads.
Yeah, but the interception he threw killed. That was it. That killed the game.
Yeah, it was. But he's just too prone to stuff like that. And yeah, I don't think he'll probably be the Bears quarterback for the next 2-3 years. But after that, I don't know. Huntley came in and I thought he played quite well. Honestly, he was like a B-Tech Lamar Jackson. He ran well. Over 50 yards, I think he got. No interceptions, a touchdown. I think he played well within himself. And it was just a nice, steady platform for the Ravens.
He's all right. He's because Jackson's been injured a few times. He's come in and done that job for them. He's not dreadful.
But did they not have Cooper Rush?
They did, but Huntley was there before, wasn't he?
Yeah, but I think they had Cooper Rush for the last 2-3 games, so they've been hammered. So yeah, Huntley.
So they knew what they were getting with him.
Yeah, I'm not saying Huntley won it. It's just more of the Bears that lost it. I don't know what game plan they come out. It's like be explosive. They give no one a chance to be explosive or anything. Just more positive. Everything was so slow.
I was expecting more from a Ben Johnson team based on what he'd done in the Lions, who are always being really creative and coming up with all these amazing plays. And even when they shouldn't be aggressive, just being overly aggressive. And you wonder how much of that is actually just coming from Dan Campbell.
You think you go against the Baltimore team that are on the decline because there's no Lamar, and you think if Baltimore lose that game, they've gone. I think they've still got a chance.
But yeah, I said last week Baltimore still got a chance on the grounds that our division is so bad this year. They're 2-5. They're 2 games behind us, and we haven't played them yet. Yeah. So it's not like they're out of it. At no point did I think they're out of it. Some team could win this division with a losing record this year.
Yeah.
I hope it's us. The form team in the NFL.
Unbelievable.
Cleveland Browns. It's not them. 13. New England Patriots 32. Patriots just keep on rolling.
I mean, they're 6-2. They're top of the league, aren't they? Are they not top of the...
They are top of their division.
Yeah, they are.
Top of the conference. Who's got... Oh, no, the Colts.
Colts and Patriots, top of the AFC.
I know.
So it's weird. The AFC's weird this year.
Fucking hold me dear. Yeah. But, and I'll give them this, they've deserved it. All right, you can argue that, look at who they played, their strength of schedule, etc.
They beat the Bills. Whatever else you think about their oppositions, they've gone into Buffalo and kicked Buffalo's ass.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So fair play to them. The Browns obviously are a poo.
Myles Garrett though.
Yeah, was it 5 he had in the end? He was not
5
a happy
sacks.
chappy.
No, he wasn't.
He was not a happy chappy at all.
He was banging his helmet everywhere.
What? So that I meant to ask. So what's the thinking behind that? They know that they've lost, so we don't want you to get injured, so we're not going to play you. Is that kind of why they benched him?
It'll be on some crazy bloody money thing, like you'll get 500 grand a sack or something, and there'll be records to break. Not only did he get 5 sacks, he also got a forced fumble as well.
Yeah, he's got the record of the most sacks by a player before they're 30 ever.
Yeah, I saw that. There were some names on there that I knew of, so that must be quite a big thing.
Lawrence Taylor, TJ Watt. I think there's JJ Watt on it as well.
I don't think JJ was on it.
TJ was on there, yeah. So fair play. Well, Patriots fucking.
Yeah, Patriots are doing nice and steady things, aren't they? Patriots again. Drake May is already. We keep saying this week after week after week about great, mate. He's getting better and better and better and better. He's going to be their franchise quarterback until the end of time.
End of our time, anyway.
Well, yeah, exactly.
I'm just looking at who they've got coming up. They've got the Falcons, then they got a toughie against the Bucks, then they got the Jets.
The next three before the bye, the Jets, the Bengals, and the Giants, all eminently winnable.
But they've got.
You're looking at them already having a winning record before their bye.
Yeah,
for the season.
I think so.
They could easily have nine wins with 6 games left.
Fucking Patriots, man.
But Patriots have done it the right way, haven't they? They're not shouting. They're not shouting from the rooftops saying, "Yeah, our team's getting better." Washington's done that. Yeah, we're getting better. Bears have done that. Oh, yeah, we're getting better.
Get on with it.
But New England said, "Shut up. You've not won anything."
We said they've got a proper fucking coaching there now.
Yeah, solid. And that's what New England will go back as solid.
Why everyone wasn't fighting to get this guy last year, I do not know, including the Patriots.
I cannot believe how he spent 1 year away from NFL. That's just criminal.
Unless he was waiting for the Patriots
Maybe.
because obviously
Maybe
that's where he wanted to coach. But yeah, but he's they've got their quarterback, they've got their coach. The defense was already okay, I think.
Yeah. There's still 1 or 2 pieces obviously missing from New England, but I think I'll tell you what, Booty, he's a good player, wide receiver.
I still think they can improve their offensive weapons, and this is going to be a proper I'm talking Super Bowl challenging team if they just get a few more offensive weapons.
I totally agree.
They're already whacking up 30-odd points, plenty of occasions this year.
Yeah, cannot fault them. Like I say,
and from what I can tell, they're doing it all without cheating as well.
Allegedly,
as far as we know. Miami Dolphins 34, Atlanta Falcons 10. I hate the Atlanta Falcons.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just sick of them being schizophrenic.
Can't understand them, can you?
They are so schizophrenic. They are really good or fucking abysmal and nowhere in between.
I think you could apply slightly the same argument for the Dolphins because they were
the Dolphins have just been bad
until the weekend. You wouldn't have looked at if you hadn't known the previous results and form and whatnot. You'd say, "Bloody hell, Dolphins! They're a well-run team. They've got really good players."
Yeah. 2 weeks ago, the Falcons beat the Bills in one of the most impressive performances of the season so far.
Yeah, but a week before that, they got shut out by Carolina.
Yeah, I know. What?
I don't know.
I think we shouldn't have to predict the Falcons anymore because it's not fair.
That really is a flip of a coin for the Falcons. Kirk Cousins.
Oh, he looks so off the pace, didn't he?
He really does. And you think he'd come in and he's not played football for about 4 years. He looked awful.
And the defense was fucking pathetic.
Yeah, it was. This was a proper.
But that defense shut down the Bills.
Team. Yeah, exactly. Cannot understand Atlanta at all. But like I say, it's schizophrenic. You don't know what you're getting. You have no idea what you're getting with him.
Predictably unpredictable.
Like Bijan Robinson. Who'd have thought Bijan Robinson would only have 25 yards and a fumble?
Is he carrying an injury?
Well, they weren't carrying the ball when he fumbled.
I'm sure I read that because there was a potential injury to Robinson and Barkley this week, wasn't it, I think.
Yeah, going back to Robinson, he's had 2 games where he's gone over 100 yards, which gone well over 170 against the Bills, 143 against the Vikings. Then every other game's been under 75 or under, 24 against the Bucks, 25 against the Dolphins, 40 against 49ers, then 72 Panthers, 75 Commanders. It's not been. He was touted as being pick 1 or 2 from the fantasy football this season with Robinson.
Yeah. Oh, I suppose we should give James Cook a mention. We didn't mention him when we talked about the Buffalo game. It was Carolina, but still 216 yards.
Not bad, is it?
So in news, so it says, so they've asked Atlanta head coach Raheem Morris, who I've never liked, The headline reads: Is Bijan Robinson the NFL's best player?
No, I'll take that one.
No,
Exactly.
Jonathan Taylor is.
Exactly.
Easy. Country mile.
Raheem Morris doubled down on his position that the star running back is the best player in football. Is he right? No, he's not right.
No, he's not.
Definitely not right.
Even close.
No.
I mean, he did look it against Buffalo.
Yeah.
Problem is, it's whether you can keep doing it. Timmy Smith looked like the best player in the world in one game.
In one game, he was. I'm dying to get onto a game. Can we get onto the Eagles yet?
All right, okay. New York Giants 20, Eagles 38. But before Daz talks about this, we do have our roving eye in the pie in the sky, as he's probably known. We have a report from James from Nottingham.
Reviewing the game that was shown on Channel 5. James from Nottingham.
Hi there. Welcome to the Eagles against the Giants. This very highly anticipated David and Goliath contest. Two teams, chalk and cheese form-wise, but let's see how the game's going to go. Eagles are enter the game 5-2, top of the NFC East, whilst the Giants 2-5, and they're struggling, particularly on the road. So the Eagles jump straight into gear, massive early blow, second play scrimmage. Saquon Barkley is a competent lad, isn't he? He comes out the blocks for a 65-yard touchdown, putting Philadelphia ahead 7-0. Hardly any time to sit down with my cup of tea. But the Giants come back. Rookie running back Cam Scatterbo, more of him later, caught an 18-yard touchdown from rookie quarterback Jackson Dart. He's quite the looker. Ties the game at 7-7. New York, a moment of hope, maybe? The momentum for New York took, sadly, a devastating turn when Scatterbo dislocated his right ankle. It looked absolutely honking. It took me ages to get a picture of it on Reddit, but it was there, and it was brutal. He was carried off. There was players heads in hand, vomiting everywhere. People were killing themselves in the stands, couldn't take it. About 5 people died that day just because of his ankle. It was horrible. But anyway, would this galvanize the Giants, or would the Eagles put another nail in the coffin? Well, professional sports, and the Eagles went, fuck it, let's have it. And they pulled away. Hurts threw 4 touchdown passes, 2 to Dallas Goedert, and delivered 200-plus yard rushes. Barkley 150 yards, and backup Tank Bigsby, I think I've got his name right, 104 yards. Giants' offensive line and defense faltered. Dart was sacked 5 times, probably worried about his mate Scatterbo. And New York allowed big chunk gains on the ground. Fourth quarter, I did dip out because I'd run out of Coca-Cola. But if Queck's allowed to do it, I'll do it. So at 31-13, the Eagles put it out of reach. Wide receiver Jahan Dotson turned a 40-yard touchdown reception. Yeah, happy days. Clock wound down. 38 Eagles, 20 Giants. The Eagles are now 6-2. The Giants 2-6. There were some injuries. Again, I didn't write them down, so I'll pass that back to the studio. But the major one was old Scatterbo, and the deaths in the crowd.
I mean, as thorough as ever. Yeah, that was the game on Channel 5. So he does have a little bit more where he talks about the Channel 5 presentation.
Well, can I just say about the presentation, because I watched this for maybe a minute on Channel 5. The game was going on, that's fine. Then it cut back to the studio when they all fucked around again and said, right, now it's time for play the game. NFL footballer or old Victorian professions.
I thought you were going to say prostitute.
Well, at that moment in time, I turned it off.
All
No
right.
time for that bullshit. I actually went on to a Sky's coverage where it had Phoebe and it had J Bell, and you're not going to believe what Sky Sports did. They actually talked about the game and who were playing well and what things could have been done better.
People don't want that. People do not want that.
Well, not if you watch Channel 5, you don't. No.
No Jeff Sex on it this week, though.
No, but I'd rather listen to Phoebe talk about stuff than
Phoebe's brilliant.
Quake is fucking ridiculous. So Dermot is just stood there.
I like it when Phoebe disagrees with what someone says. Normally, J Bell.
It is usually J Bell,
but does it in such a nice way and ends with a smile that J Bell doesn't realise he's been made to look foolish.
And he's smiling and nodding his head. I know he does that. But it goes back to that Channel 5 studio after like the change of possession. You guarantee what's coming. Dermot O'Leary just staring at a camera, hand right on face, holding a clipboard. Guaranteed go-to look. Then he comes out with bullshit like that. That were enough. Just Channel 5, fuck off.
On the subject of Channel 5, let's see what our resident Channel 5 viewer thought of it.
Now for the coverage of Channel 5. Well, you'd be surprised to know it isn't just flack I'm giving Channel 5 this week. It's actual credit to maybe listening to the viewers or the podcasts and rejiggling their schedule a little bit to cater for the non-idiots amongst us. We did have the usual games, Roll With It, and we did have a guest, Paul Merson, in the studio tonight. I mean, if there's one person you don't sit an ex-alcoholic and drug addict next to, it's Quek. But, you know, they tried it, and he was all right. He was quite free with his comments on the NFL, unlike the previous celebrities. They outdid themselves with the game NFL, or, get this, Victorian profession listed in the 1871 census. Yep, that's NFL or Victorian profession listed in the 1871 census. It was riveting. Yeah, not so much. Let's get on to some positives. They seem to have rejigged the schedule about a bit. What used to happen was early at 2:00 on a Sunday, they'd put buried amongst the schedule on 5 Action, the 2:00 game, and it was studio based, round a desk, suited and booted with an expert and Quek. Then they'd pass to the circus ring with Dermot O'Leary running around like Wayne Sleep. And it just didn't work. It didn't fit what they were looking for. So what they've seemed to have done is they've listened, they've put the kids' stuff on early doors, then they transfer to 5 Action, where you've got Quek, fair enough, you've got OT, not a problem, is all right. But you've got Will Gavin. Now, Will Gavin works for Talk Sports, and he was their expert, and he does bring a lot to the show. Quek is more suited to firing off questions rather than answering questions. And this guy seems to look at the stats, look at the info, repackage it, and tell it back in a form that's not patronizing, but gets the novice like me just slightly out of my comfort zone and learning. So for me, that is a bonus. And I won't bother with the circus shit in future. I don't need to see celebrities bowling, but I will tune in when I know that I'm going to learn something and enjoy the game. So well done, Channel 5. Quek, know your place. And OT, you nearly ruined it by running around on a broomstick with a horse's head on it, supporting the Broncos. You nearly ruined it, but I'm going to watch again. So see you next week.
They get better and better, don't they?
So you were right, Daz. It sounds like you tuned in for the exact right minute to see their best moment.
Well, full enough, like I just said there, that clip was on. I knew it was Victorian Professions, and that's when I got to the control and turned it off. I didn't realise that was only half of it.
From the 1871 census.
Yeah.
Had you have known that last bit, would you carried on watching?
Absolutely no.
No.
Because what's the point? Who gives a shit anyway about that either?
But
He nailed it though, didn't he? He nailed it. He goes back to Dermot holding a clipboard and starts fucking dancing up and down and jigging up and down, thinking it's like he's trying to entertain kids' parties and stuff. It's shit.
I'm gonna be boring, and I'm gonna stick to Sky with their people standing around talking about the game.
I'd rather have people talk about the game than just talking about Victorian professions from the census of 1871, was it?
Alternatively, if Sky wants to get Phoebe riding around pretending to be on a horse, it would still be better than Channel 5, I reckon.
Honestly, it would.
Okay, before Daz goes on a rant about the thing that I know he's going to go on a rant about, we Scatterbo's injury. Who watched it in gory detail?
Horrible.
I didn't see it live, but I have seen it.
I did, and Scott Hanson went, oh, you could hear him do that kind of noise when he was watching it, because I don't think anyone realised how bad it was until that replay.
Okay, I'm gonna go on that, and I'm gonna say it's actually better than I thought it was, because at first I thought when he looked at his foot, and his foot was like on the wrong way around. But initially I thought it was a shin bone that had come out and gone over his tongue on the trainer. And I thought,
right.
That, and I thought,
I can see how you thought.
Yeah, that's horrendous. But I think
it still was pretty horrendous.
Yeah, it was. Oh.
His left foot's facing front, and his right foot's facing east.
Yeah, but that's a proper like your shin bone coming through like that. That's a
Dave Boost injury.
That's horrible, and it was a horrible injury. And I was saying to Brian and yourself, Edgy, if anything, you'd expect this kid to go out with injury. It would be a concussion.
Yeah. We were saying that earlier on when we all like this guy, don't we? When we've seen him play this season, we've all gone. He's a concussion waiting to happen, but we like the way he plays. So get well soon, old Stacker Bow.
I think that the pair of them together, Cam and Dart, would breathe a little bit of life into him, and they were starting to
a load of life.
Yeah,
Russell Wilson feels like a lifetime ago.
Doesn't it? Yeah. So it seems a shame that that's been halted, but I hope he comes back and he's as good as he ever was next year. I'm dying to know what Daz is going to be annoyed with. I reckon it's going to be to do with a play that he's mentioned a few times before, but this was a very egregious example of it. Is it the tush push being offside?
No,
worse.
Worse than that. Have you not seen it, Edgy?
Possibly, I can't.
So it was a tush push, right, from the Eagles, and they do what they usually do: get down low, push. And as they were pushing, and he's on top of the pile. Is Ertz.
They're ahead of the ball again, as normal. By the way,
as per norm.
The starting point is already should be a flag, but they haven't thrown it as usual
again.
Right.
So as he's reaching out even further on top of this pile, it's Kevon Tarabo or whatever it's called, who's his defensive end for the Giants. Basically, got hold of the ball. He's not downed by anything, and Jalen Hurts because he's still on the pile, trying to go forward, being pushed. So he just basically took the ball off him, said, "Oh, thanks, I'll have that." It went on the floor, then he recovered it. Then, lo and behold, officials come in and said, "Oh, the play was already whistled dead." To which,
and it wasn't.
Not one whistle was heard. Not one whistle even blown on that play. It doesn't matter what camera angle or where you were on the field, they hadn't even blew a whistle. Not only that, the officiating on this game was so poor, you think it was the Chiefs playing. There were one where Dart threw a ball to Slayton and he caught it. And the cornerback with the Eagles had hold of Slayton's arm so he couldn't get his arm up. And not only that, as he tried to free his arm, Slayton, the defensive back then grabbed hold of his shirt and he tore a big strip out of it.
I think I remember seeing it.
He caught the ball, goes on, and he threw the flag for offensive pass interference. And there's more, as a comedian once said, but honestly, it was shocking, the officiating. I'm not going to say the New York Giants would have won this game. I'm not saying that because they wouldn't have done. But those calls certainly helped them.
I think Lefty's coming with a comment. I thought the umpires were pretty pedantic. A couple of pass interferences were called when it was a 50.
Yeah.
We've said it before on here, though. But you could call pass interference every fucking play.
Every time.
So you could toss a coin for when they're going to call it.
Yeah.
Away from dodgy officiating, and I'll talk about that a little bit more when we get to the Packers Steelers game as well. The Eagles are are they over their mini slump? They're kind of looking Eagles again.
Well, I know it's called Barkley was back to being Barkley, but he was always going to do that against Giants. Bigsby came in and carried on. Barkley
immediately did a 70-yard run.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He
did pick up
Barkley
an
out
injury,
with
Barkley. Yeah.
Barkley we went to the blue tent after a run down sideline.
But he's got a bye this week, so they reckon he'll be all right.
No, so we'll be fine. Okay, so not bad though, because only just traded for Tank Bigsby maybe 2-3 weeks ago. So that was a good pickup.
Undoubtedly, the game of the week and one of the best games of the season. And who the fuck saw this coming? New York Jets 39, Cincinnati Bengals 38.
You see the look on the little faces at the end?
I was kind of stunned this happened because when the Bengals were well clear, I can't even remember how many points. It was 3 scores clear, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Thereabouts, yeah.
My brain kind of just like switched off on this game, and it was only when it got to like they got their score to get it to 38-30 and then got the 2-point conversion that I suddenly went, well, I'm just going to stick with this game rather than red zone because all the other games aren't even close.
Yeah, and welcome to the Bengals defense.
Well, yes, but hello to the Jets offense. We haven't seen that much this year, have we?
It's a lethal combination, isn't it? The Jets offense and the Bengals defense.
Well, the Bengals defense have been all right for most
they just imploded. Yeah,
and the Jets have never had an offense this season.
They look quite good against us. They should have beat us week 1, which is why I'm kind of surprised how bad they've been since. But yeah, they got 31 against us, I think, week 1. Then they got 39 against the Bengals. That's the majority of their points from those 2 games this season. Shows you kind of what they've been like in the rest of the matches.
I actually saw Aaron Glenn smile.
And we were saying that this is ahead of their bye week. And I went, after the Bengals game is going to be the ideal opportunity for him to get the sack. And now they've won a game.
There were 2 key moments in this game that I really remember. So first is the analytics play to go for 2 to sort of set up the win. You think
love the analytics play?
Yeah, I do. I think that the one that I couldn't really believe is it was great because it showed that they were thinking about winning the game when really you'd expect them, let's just get back in the game. Never mind go and win it. And obviously it worked out. And obviously it could have gone the wrong way and not worked out.
It's also to know what you've got to do, though. To know
the presence of mind to
So not just if you don't get the 2, then you still know that you've got another chance at a 2-pointer to tie it.
Yeah.
So when you're an 0-17, though, making that sort of call at that stage of the game, I think it's either incredibly ballsy or incredibly stupid, and it worked out. So I really enjoyed it.
I'll tell you what, San Francisco 49ers 15, Houston Texans 26. I was so sure, because I was watching this game, and I went, I'm glad I went for the Texans on this one. Only to realise I hadn't.
Yeah.
I was so sure I'd gone for the Texans. We all went for the 49ers, and they were well beaten.
They were poor, weren't they, as well with that?
But yeah, so the Texans, even though their offense hasn't been firing to start with, their defense hasn't been that bad.
Nope.
If you look at them, when they were losing at the start of the season, they only gave up 14 points to the Rams. They only gave up 20 to the Bucs. Those 2 teams have been racking up points in other games. Yep. Who else did they lose to at the start? Jags. They only gave up 17 points in losing that. So in those first 3 games where they lost all 3, they gave up 34. They gave up 51 points in 3 games and lost all 3. So it's not like they've got leaks on defense there. They just need to have their offense firing in order to turn it round. They then had a shutout against the Titans. Okay, it's the Titans. They only gave up
Titans.
They gave up 10 points against the Ravens. And I'm sure they had another one where they didn't give much up. Oh yes, Seattle got 27. That's the most anyone scored against them, and they're at 15 against the 49ers. No one's putting up points against this Texans defense. So if the offense can start to roll, they're going to be a tough team to play against again.
Mm-hmm.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers 23, New Orleans Saints 3. We all got this one right.
Obviously,
big shock.
The Bucs are now 6-2. The Saints are now 1-7, and that feels deserved in both cases, doesn't it?
Yeah, and he's actually his name QE1 is that Tyler Shuff or Shog or whatever it's called. Shuck against the Rams.
So they've actually named him.
Yeah.
And he's coming in against the fucking Rams.
Yeah.
Oh, welcome to the NFL. Welcome to the NFL, Tyler Shuck.
Thank you and goodbye.
I'll tell you a quarterback who did deserve to be benched, though. And it was in the game that finished Dallas Cowboys 24, Denver Broncos 44. And the hilarious sight of, with 10 minutes to go,
yeah,
Dallas saying, Dak, why don't you just sit this one out?
Have a little rest.
I thought that Dak Prescott was supposed to be the best quarterback in the NFL.
Well, I've been told he was.
I'll tell you what,
me too.
But based on Sunday, he's not even the best quarterback at the Dallas Cowboys.
No.
Yeah.
When you get some no mark, come on, and immediately throw a touchdown when he's been when Prescott's been struggling all game just to do anything. It was so funny. I'm very rarely like to see a Cowboys touchdown, but that one made me laugh. He's only been there for a few plays. Straight away, like throws a touchdown. I don't see what Prescott was moaning about. This is easy.
He threw 4 attempts, 3 completions, 58 yards for 1 touchdown. Joe Milton.
My stats. If you want to hear my stats that I saved up just for this game. Don't worry, please. It's not an interesting stat to infringe on Edgy's section.
I've got mine. Don't worry.
Dallas Cowboys. Which of these two things is more recent? Dallas Cowboys beating the Denver Broncos or Dallas Cowboys winning the Super Bowl?
Beating the Broncos. Did you say the Broncos? Yeah.
Incorrect. Incorrect. They have won a Super Bowl more recently than they have beaten the Denver Broncos.
What? When did they win the Super Bowl? Was it like about 30 years ago?
Yes, they have not beaten the Denver Broncos since the last time Dallas won a Super Bowl. It was in the season that they went on to win a Super Bowl, which is like 1995.
How many times have they played them? Are they in the same?
Well, no, because it's AFC, NFC. There's not many times, but 30 years essentially. Wow. 30 years of hurt for Dallas Cowboys. All right, we've talked about the Colts' kind fixture list, but 7-1
records
and
don't lie.
The best offensive player in the NFL, Jonathan Taylor. He is just on fire inside the other team's like 40-yard zone. What you really want is a player who will do all his biggest plays inside the opponent's 40. And he's doing it week on week as well.
Yeah, but by far
he's not getting huge like fantasy numbers but he's getting touchdown after touchdown.
He's got to be in a shout for MVP, hasn't he? Talk anyway. Like
if they gave it to a player who wasn't a quarterback, he's been the best player, I think, this season.
But quarterback-wise, so who can you go for? Sorry,
funny you should say that because I've just brought up the betting. For
quarterback with the best record.
Here we go. Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah,
so
Mahomes.
Favourite is Mahomes, 6-5.
Of course it is.
And it was dog shit first half yesterday.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I think he's had a good season. He's playing well.
I'd say he's had a patchy season, but his good bits have been overblown by the media.
Yeah, certainly.
There are certainly far more players who've had a much better season.
He hasn't been as good as Baker Mayfield this season.
No, I would agree.
Or Daniel
with that.
Jones, even.
Or Daniel Jones, yeah.
That's what got me looking in the first place. So Josh Allen second, Drake May's third at 5-1.
Okay.
Not a bad shout.
No.
He's never going to win it, but he's
no chance.
Matt Stafford's fourth, and then Jonathan Taylor is fifth, 16-1.
No
what
mention
they
of
sometimes
Jones.
do.
Well, Jones is seventh in the betting.
Okay.
If he gets a team like 13 wins this season, give him the MVP. Because it will deserve to go to a Colts player if we get 13 wins. Now, no offense, MVP committee, but you're full of shit.
Just can't get my head around how Mahomes can be anywhere near the betting.
It's criminal. It's just false representation.
Green Bay Packers 35, Pittsburgh Steelers 25. Yeah, they're just better than us.
I think we could just leave it there, can't we?
Our Packers are good. They're very good.
Super Bowl good.
They're possibly. I think their championship game good. And I think the championship game could easily be a all NFC North affair.
Seems to be where it's coming from, isn't it?
I hope it is. Nothing against the Eagles, but I don't want to see them there. I'd rather see Lions Packers. At best, we'll get to 9. At worst, we might just. Our defense is shit this year, and we're shit against the run. Luckily, next week we haven't got to face a good running back. Oh no, we've got fucking Jonathan Taylor. Commies 7, Chiefs 28. I really enjoyed first half of this, although there was just so much like slapstick going on.
Yeah, first off, it was just proper misleading because I thought, stupidly enough, I thought we've been with a chance at second half. But when we come out second half, fuck it, flipping heck, some shit.
What's the deal with them not wanting your kicker to kick easy field goals?
Well, this is
twice in that first half.
Yeah, that's right. So what we've done, last season I think went through about 3 or 4 kickers. This season we've gone through 2 already, but they're both out injured. So it came to, I think it was Friday, and you've got to declare a kicker. We didn't even have one on his practice squad, I don't think. So we brought someone in. I've never heard of him. I don't think anyone's ever heard of him. So couldn't trust him. So that's what I put it down to because, yeah, I don't even know who he is. Even now, I don't know who he is.
But it's not. You went 4th and 1 or 4th and 2. It's like 4th and 6.
Yeah,
and you're still going for it. So
yeah,
I'm thinking at that point they don't like the kicker, but in a tight game you might need your kicker.
Yeah, you do. First off, I always think put points on the board. Second off, see where you are.
Is it Matthew Wright?
It is Matthew Wright. Yeah, from Channel 5.
Oh, well, that's what I was going to say. But you released him. Well, 44 minutes ago, he's been released.
Yeah, and that's how much we thought of him.
Well, he did get his 1 extra point.
He did. Bless him, and he'll take that to the bank.
He's got a 100% record.
Yeah.
Which makes him better than Cameron Dicker this season.
What else can I say about it? Second half a lot. Just rubbish. No run game. Mariota kind of. I don't even know what to say.
I just want to say one thing about the NFC. As it stands, you're 2 games behind the team at the top of the NFC rankings. So, but you're also 4th bottom.
Yes.
Which makes it, I know it's weird because teams have played different amounts of games and all that sort of thing, but it's not an insurmountable position to get into the mix.
Yeah, but we don't have the players for that, unfortunately, this moment in time. I can't see us going out there trading either. I think it'll all be done through the draft and maybe free agency end of season, beginning of new season, but they're going to have to be sensible about this.
Random rookie roulette. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Random rookie roulette. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Random rookie roulette.
So we'll go on to the rookies of the week. Can you just remind us of the scores on the doors, G?
Do we have to?
I think it's 3-3-1.
3-3-1. All to play for.
All defensive players. No,
Yeah.
We're yet to have an offensive player win one of these.
Not going to change it this week.
No.
Can we start with my guy though? Because
My guy.
Did he do something?
Jordan James, running back, San Francisco 49ers.
Yes.
He's now got a picture on his page.
I mean, fingers crossed.
Hey, it's winning so far.
That suggests to me, for the first time this season, he actually put on a 49ers kit.
I mean, I'm laughing, but I've just looked at Kyle Williams, who's got the same write-up as he did 11 days ago. Progressing well, on the verge of more opportunities. It's quite ironic that he's had no opportunities this week.
All right. Well, I didn't say that Jordan James hadn't got on the field, but did you just assume that was the case?
Yes, yeah.
With good reason.
So neither of us.
I like Carl Williams' thing. I was just waiting for that opportunity. Still be saying this in 3 years' time.
He will, yeah.
That my IR girl, he was on.
I'm all right, thanks. What about your player?
Motherwell.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
No, he was on bye week for the Seattle Seahawks.
So let's just assume that we didn't have the defensive rookies.
Yeah.
How the fuck would we score that? Greggles, you got a picture?
He's got a new picture. There's evidence that he's put the kit on.
Wow. You would have won it.
All right, so I don't think this is going to be the week when the offensive wins.
Absolutely
so we go on to our defensive players. Mine's Jihad Campbell from the linebacker, Philadelphia Eagles. Quiet game.
Oh, really?
Total of 3 tackles, 2 combined, 1 solo. That's it. That's your lot. No picks.
Nothing really.
No forced fumbles. Quiet one.
Edgesaurus.
Injured. Didn't play.
Been a bit of a wash, really. Or
a fucking cracking week. Yeah.
so my guy.
It's open goal, Daz, here. Come on.
It is, isn't it? Corey Schweinsteiger, 5 tackles, 1 solo, 1 interception, and 1 pass deflection.
You should have saved the interception for next week when you might have needed it, because it's like using a sledgehammer to crack a nut.
Kicking away a blind man's stick this week, wasn't it?
It really was.
So who's your vote for then, Greggles?
I think Daz might have this one.
I was going to vote for you just to piss him off.
Next week's predictions.
Last week, we all did about the same, but Edgy got 1 more than us.
I won a week.
We all got 8. Edgy got 9.
Get in.
Well done, Edgy.
So scores are Edgy last, 75.
I'll adjust though.
The plebs have 76. I'm on 78. Daz on 79.
Close that gap.
Yeah, absolutely.
You are slowly closing that gap.
Yeah.
Okay, Baltimore Ravens 2-5 at Miami Dolphins 2-5. The pleb this week, I will explain what's happened.
Yes, please.
It's someone I work with who lives in San Diego. And so I asked them if they. Not really, no. I didn't know that when I asked them. So they may have just gone for all the home teams.
So Edgy, you were 6 behind about 4 weeks ago. So yeah, now you're only 3 behind.
4 behind.
They've gone for all the home games apart from the Cowboys. Well done, because they weren't allowed to, I assume.
Those are their picks. What can I say?
Indeed, yeah.
All right, so they've gone for the Dolphins because the Dolphins are at home. But Dolphins, fresh off their best performance of the season.
Both 2-5.
Both of these teams arguably off their best performance of the season.
Yeah, I think Lamar's back for this one.
Sorry.
Yeah, they'll win this with Ravens. I think this is the Ravens now. In fact, they need to win. They can't lose any more games. So this is the charge from now. 1 more loss, I think that's them done.
You see, I think they can afford to lose more games.
This won't be one of them.
It's how bad our our division is this year. But yeah, the Ravens are still too. One swallow doesn't make a commitment. Is that the phrase?
Well, something like that.
Summer, that's it.
So ask Peggy.
And the Dolphins have been crap for the majority of this season. I'm going for the Ravens.
As long as he's back, what I can gather he is. So Ravens for me.
Atlanta Falcons, who I now hate. It's on the record. I hate the Atlanta Falcons. Are away in Foxborough to face the informed Patriots, 6-2, top of the AFC East.
I'm going to say Patriots. This is the one game where Falcons will probably turn up and beat Patriots like 32.
They beat the Bills, didn't they?
Exactly.
They were so good against the Bills. You got to go Patriots. You've got to go Patriots here. Q Edgy going Falcons.
Hang on. I might be on the verge of something really.
Oh, no, massive here.
He's got a turtle's head.
No. It's the Falcons week one.
Are you seeing them alternating win or lose?
No. Out of every Falcons game, Daz, you've got one right, and Greggles, you've got one right. So whatever you've obviously gone for involving the Falcons match has been.
Well, I've gone for them winning their division.
Yeah. So with that,
like I say, I hate the Falcons.
Both gone for the Patriots. Do you know what? I'm going to test the theory. I think the Patriots are going to win, but I'm going to give the Falcons a run here. I think they have got that feeling that they just defy logic and go against the grain. So, yes, the Patriots should win, which makes me think the Falcons are going to win. So,
okay, just for the record, is you on the pipe?
What's in this vape?
But it's just that you're saying, I think the Patriots are going to win, and then you've gone for the Falcons. That's your logic. You've gone for the team you don't think are going to win.
I'm going with the Moneyball approach here because you boys have been wrong 87% of the time.
Yeah, true story.
So I'm going with it.
Panthers back on another losing streak at Green Bay Packers, who
at Green Bay.
I don't think we need to.
In Green Bay, the Red getting sacked to fuck by Micah Parsons, as he's known. We all think the Packers are going to win this.
Yeah,
agreed.
Okay, here's an interesting one. A couple of teams who embarrassed themselves last week to different extents, but both kind of will be very disappointed. The Bears at the Bengals. So if we're talking about Caleb Williams earlier and how ineffective he was on offense, if they can't get it going against this Bengals defense,
they're struggling, aren't they? Bears struggled against that Ravens defense as well.
Oh, Daz is still thinking.
This is a tough one. This is probably the toughest one a week.
I've already got it earmarked that I've just got to go against whatever you say because either result's possible here.
What if we say different things?
So I like the Bengals.
Then I've just forced you into one of you losing a point.
Okay. But you might not make a gain against that person.
No,
one person might be guaranteed to extend their lead over you.
I think this is going to be one of these where it's
better
going to
be than two of you.
39-38 again, but I think fucking hell. Bears.
This is like fucking eggheads again, isn't it?
Bears should win this game, but I'm going to go for the Bengals.
Oh, for fuck's sake. You two have got very interesting logic this week in your predictions. All right, I'm going for the Bears. Suck on that, Edgy.
Fuck. Thought I'd played you into that. Right, okay.
I hadn't decided until Daz took so long. I just went, fuck it, I'm going for the Bears regardless of what he says. So
it is a coin flip. I am going to go with... I'll go with the Bengals.
Broncos at Texans.
Broncos for me.
That's how you fucking do it. There's no reason why this has to be such a fucking long section. That says you mulling over Bears and Bengals.
I was going to say
3 minutes.
Yeah, Broncos definitely.
Okay, the plebs have gone for the Texans. Texans defense is good. And
Yeah.
it's kind of under the radar good.
Surprised by what you said before.
Broncos, their offense a hit and miss. They were hit last week. So I'm going to say they will miss this week. And I'm going to go for the Texans.
Ooh. Fuck, you've done it again.
Although, obviously, I think the Broncos are going to win. That's why I've gone for the Texans. Because apparently that's how we do this now.
To be fair as well with the Texans, with Patrick Surtain going to be missing, that's massive.
Too late, it's in. Yeah.
I am going to go with...
You'll be riding around on a broomstick, pretending it's a horse, cheering on your Broncos, which is not what all the cool kids do on TV these days.
Yeah, with Quack. I'm going to go with... Sure, I think I'm going to go with the Texans as well. Those stats he came out with their defense was surprised me. So
yeah, I mean, I made them all up.
Oh,
7-1 Indianapolis Colts at the 4-3 Pittsburgh Steelers. We're going Steelers on this one, aren't we?
Apart from me, who's going to go for Colts?
Really? Okay.
Indiana Jones rides again.
Well, I'm looking at our team this season, and our run defense is up there with the worst in the NFL. And we're playing against arguably the best running back this season, if not the best offensive player, if not the MVP of the season in Jonathan Taylor. So I'm going for the Steelers.
Got with my loyalty, Greggles.
Yeah, it paid off so well last week. So it's...
Yeah. And to quote an earlier quote, is you on the pipe?
Use your one day pipe.
Colts for me, please.
Chargers at Titans. Chargers 5-3. Titans 1-7.
Chargers. I see it terrible.
Yeah, Chargers are missing a few players, but they need to be missing a hell of a lot more to lose to the Titans, I think.
Titans aren't missing any players, which is why I'll go with the Chargers.
You wouldn't notice if the Titans were missing anyone, would you?
No, you wouldn't.
Tommy Tremble. Vikings at Lions. Could be McCarthy at quarterback for the Vikings.
Don't matter.
Well, if it isn't, who is it?
It'll be Josh Johnson.
Josh Johnson.
If he knows where his trousers are.
Exactly that. Lions all day long.
Lions with knobs on.
Agreed.
I'll tell you what, this would have been a great game in the 80s. 49ers at Giants.
This is Channel 4 when it first come on, this, isn't it?
This is like playoffs every year in like the late 80s, wasn't it?
Great game. LT prowling at the linebacker position, ready to smash people.
LaDainian Tomlinson.
No.
Larry.
Lawrence Taylor.
Lawrence Taylor. Okay. And Steve Young, friend of the pod.
Yeah, absolutely.
No matter how, this would have still been Joe Montana this era.
All right.
That's who you go for.
Yeah, it's a tough one, isn't it? This one. 49ers coming off a bad loss. Giants losing Scatterbo. I'm going to go 49ers to bounce back on this one. Especially if Purdy comes in. Purdy comes in, I think it'd be better.
Yeah, I agree, but also I think Scatterbo's a loss.
Yeah.
And particularly as Tracy hasn't really come back properly since his injury. But then again, he probably hasn't had that many touches, so they're going to have to use him more. So maybe
I think he had about 10 carries last game, about 39 yards, something like that.
Yeah, but he'll need to like get some players to get his mojo up and running. So maybe that'll come with a few more touches. Edgy.
I think the feel-good factor exited the field with Scatterbo, so 49ers.
Edgy, one of your teams, the Jags at the Raiders.
Jags for me. Still can't believe they're 4-3.
They're 4-3. They're this year's, last year's Colts, where they had a winning record and no one could work out why.
Yeah.
I agree, but only because they're playing the Raiders, who I think are dog shit. He's thinking about going for the Raiders, you can tell.
He is thinking about it.
But in all seriousness,
The Jags are wank.
yeah, they are.
Yeah, but the Raiders are wanker.
Yeah.
Is it wanker or wankier?
Wanker. If it is said they're wanky, he said they're wankier.
Wanky,
But because he said they're wank, it's got to be wanker.
Yeah, but that implied singular.
I reckon it works in both ways.
I am going to go.
For example, the Jags are wank, the Raiders are wanker, the Jets are wankerer.
And the send of today's lesson.
And they are going to be the wankies. I am going to. Oh, no, I'm not.
When you kiss a wank.
Oh, yeah, the Jaguars.
After all that.
Yeah.
Jaguars.
Couldn't bring himself to go for the Raiders.
Couldn't.
I reckon we all agree on this next
Rams.
one. Yeah. Saints at Rams.
Absolutely, Rams. Will Shuck even finish this game?
Don't know.
If he doesn't, and they say, "Oh, Rattler, you're going in," I go, "Fuck off."
Yeah, I've just seen him being stretchered off.
Get your own quarterback.
Kansas City Chiefs at Buffalo Bills. Not in the playoffs for once, though.
No, I'm going to say Chiefs.
Okay. I think Buffalo generally beat the Chiefs in Buffalo. It's just all those playoff games always take place in Kansas City. I'm going for the Bills in this one.
Oh, you've done it again. Fucking hell. Right, okay. So the plan was...
Unlike you, I'm going for the team I think will win.
Yeah. The thing is, it could be either of them. I mean, that's statement.
Fuck it. Have we been reduced to that? Jesus.
What analysis this is.
Heads and tails. Well, it could land on its side.
All those... Josh Allen
you know, a few weeks ago, you said you'd be tempted to go for a tie on a game.
Isn't it? Because I actually think that I'm going to go with the Chiefs.
Seahawks at Commies. This is your prime time Sunday night game.
I'm going to go Commanders. We've got to win one more game this season.
Seahawks 5-2.
Again, another bizarre thing.
Yeah. They've been in every game this season, the Seahawks. This is a tough one. I think, you know what, I'm going to go for the Seahawks. I think Washington are a bit hit and miss, and Seahawks at least seem quite consistent.
Seahawks for me as well.
And finally, Monday Night Football, Arizona Cardinals are back, and they're going to be beating the Dallas Cowboys in Dallas.
Bam night, running through the defense.
40 points minimum expected against the Dallas defense these days, isn't it?
That's if Dak even starts.
Something worrying when you said before that Washington are close to top of the league, but they're fourth from bottom. I was going to laugh at that, and then I realised who's probably below them, and that's us, isn't it?
Well, you're on a 5-match losing streak.
Yeah.
Break it now.
So this is going to be the perfect time to break it because you have a free hit at this defense. Time to get all those offensive players involved. Yeah, it's as good a time as any way to break it.
Murray is trending as being back, so hopefully he'll be.
Yeah, I see Harrison having a game here.
McBride.
300 yards, I think I can see him getting.
That'll be.
Yeah, so I'm going for the Cardinals anyway, because obviously, Daz is studying the form.
It's a tough one. Do I go for Cardinals or do I go for the Cardinals? I think I'm going to go Cardinals.
Fair enough. Plebs have gone for the Cardinals, which is weird. All the other top ones they've gone for are the home team, but in this one game they've gone for the away team. Well, we are pretty much done. Just time for, as always, Edgy's incredible stat.
Josh Allen made.
Hang on a second. I can't remember what this feature's called.
No, it's interesting.
Is it interesting stat? All right. That's time, as always, for Edgy's incredible, interesting stat.
Edgy's interesting stat.
So Josh Allen set an NFL record at the weekend. He had a rushing touchdown and a passing touchdown for the 46th time, going past Cam Newton on 45.
Edgy's interesting stat.
I did know that one, but it is interesting.
Yeah. What I've actually found interesting was that in third and fourth place was quite a long way. So Steve Young was third with 31.
And
who was fourth? Rogers was fourth, also on 31. Well, joint third.
they were a long time ago. The Aaron Rodgers.
I was going to say that. Yeah. Passing, okay. But...
That's why we've managed to drag this out of it, because I can see Daz frantically Googling. I'm not saying he hasn't prepared anything for this bit, but maybe he was Googling where Dave Benson Phillips is today.
No, I've got a really good one.
Oh, okay. Which means, unfortunately, we have to go to Dazzler's Fact Attack.
Dazzler's Fact Attack.
Yeah,
interesting facts, this one.
No, again, you don't know what the remit is. It's not allowed to be interesting. It just has to be a fact.
Just a fact. Okay. This week's fact of the NFL is the first player in NFL. The first player in NFL.
It's your one big moment. Fuck's sake.
I'd never worked well off an auto cue. The first player in NFL history.
Why do you eat at this time? You had all pod to eat, and wait until you went to speak.
So the first player in the NFL history to rush for 1,000 yards in a season was
in 1970.
Hang on a second. You don't pause. Just.
Oh yeah, it's not a question. It's a fact.
Question. No, let me just emphasising, like they do on the winner is. So yeah, the first player in NFL history to rush for 1,000 yards in a season was B.T. Feathers. He did it in 1934 with the Chicago Bears.
B.T. Feathers. That's a great name. That's going to be my next.
That was quite short.
1,000 yards were quite big though back then.
Also,
yeah, none of those newfangled yards.
Next week, I will be reading a letter.
J. We might as well have a fucking Sesame Street letter and number of the pod at this rate, might we?
qbscpod@gmail.com